Where the delays all round today, that match seemed to go on for an eternity prior to this one. Wales getting the job done against New Zealand, but the first of the semi-finals. South Africa taking on France a little later. Australia and Argentina. Argentina looking to qualify for their first ever Under-20 World Championship final. The Aussies their second as we get set for the national anthems.
Escuchamos con respeto el himno de Australia. A continuación, el himno nacional argentino.
Totally pumped up for the first semi-final as we take a look at the two teams. Sean Holly.
Yeah, what a try from Luce Gagio in the last round, but it's the man at 10, De La Vega Mendia. He kicks the points, and Castro, Captain Fantastic at 13, who leads from the front.
And the Australian side, no changes, or a few changes, in fact, from their last game. 4 changes.
Yeah, this is the same pack of 8 forwards that started the first 2 games in the pools. Look out for Fraser McWright at 7. He's been inspirational, as has Wilson at 6.
And here's a look at the replacements. Of course, the 3 front rowers in 16, 17 and 18, and the Aussies a little short this time.
Yeah, a few injuries, but look out for Nick Frost coming off the bench, the second row, 2 tries against Ireland. As for La Pumitas, they have a full complement to choose from later in the game.
Referee today is James DOLEMAN from New Zealand. He's been outstanding this tournament so far and gets rewarded with a semi-final. The officials have been outstanding. The Aussies made the final here in Argentina back in 2010. Ben Donaldson will get us started. the host nation up against the Oceania champions in Australia. And Nwanganita-Wasi fields it just over halfway, and Lucas will run it back. He's been so elusive in this tournament thus far. Wilson leads the tackle count. The crowd getting behind this Argentinian defence. You get the sense the Aussies will have to weather a bit of an onslaught from the Pumitas early on. Mistake early on. Lonergan goes through his legs. Tui has to clean up. It's play on. Nasser. They stay short side. Tupou offload to Lonergan. Tui bats it back on the inside to McWright, the captain. His foot goes into touch, though. The Aussies playing dry weather footy in the wet.
Yeah, the junior Wallabies showing the form that they've shown right through this tournament so far. 114 points in the pool stages. Only South Africa scored more. And they've got a lot of dangerous players in their starting 15.
Okay.
Pablo Dimchev throw in for the Pumitas. They've got the leading line-out winner in the tournament, Bohr, who just batted that one down to ground. The Pumitas still have the ball. Vega Mendia had to go in to scrum half.
Stay behind.
Garcia will look to kick. Gonzalo Garcia puts it high. Tui running onto it. The chase is good from the Pumitas, though, and they win the kick. Again, they go the box kick. This one, though, will drift into touch. Mistake from Gonzalo Garcia.
Yeah, first mistake from Argentina. It's been a huge characteristic of their pool matches. Gonzalo Garcia's box kicking. He's a vice captain, one of the vice captains of the Pumitas, but straight in on that occasion.
Aussies win the line out. Wilson crashing onto it. And a workhorse in this tournament thus far. Straight through. Hosea tried to get the arms free. Donaldson shifting it along the line to Lucas, who got caught behind the advantage line. But that man, Fraser McWright, who is ever present for the Aussies, tidies up, and now Bell. Donald looks both ways. Nasser. Now they switch direction. Lucas can't hold onto the handles there. Very tough conditions to hold onto the pill. The Aussies going backwards. The Pumitas putting pressure on at the breakdown, and they've turned it over.
Well, there's an early sign of this hungry Argentinian defence. Only South Africa conceded fewer points in the pool stages, and they're right up for this one, of course.
Vega Mendia to Bernstein. Penalty to the Aussies, though. Fraser McWright over the ball.
As he has been all tournament. Huge turnover merchant, Fraser McWright. He scores tries for the junior Wallabies, but in defence, he's just been imperious over the ball, and this is going to be an intriguing counter. So much at stake. Final place, of course. The host Argentina, after losing to Wales in the first match of the tournament, have come out firing since.
Ben Donaldson with the 10 jersey on his back today. He takes over from Will Harrison, who concussion in the last match. So look at that, Fraser McWright over the ball. So many turnovers in this tournament already.
Listen, you need to have on fit on the line.
Aussies with an attacking line. Wood wins it. Nwanganita-Wasi in at first receiver. Quick ball. Hosea. Donaldson did well to reel that one in. Tupou. Aussies looking for a bit of continuity here. McDonald, pressure was on. Slight knock on, though, from the Pumitas. It'll be the Aussies put in.
Oh, we can see how tenacious the Pumitas are. Anything around that contact area, you can see there's a lot of junior Wallaby backs in there. You can see there, Castro, the captain, pouncing on any loose ball.
Hold the balance.
And it's greasy out there. A lot of rain in Rosario this morning and this afternoon.
And I'll tell you what, He's legged it over from Old Resians Club. It's a very good afternoon to Santiago Gomez-Cora.
Good afternoon, guys. Sorry about the delay, but I came from Old Resians. It's a little far from here, but I'm ready to see this semi-final.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Great to have you here.
Just glad you didn't get struck by lightning, Santi.
It's a big pleasure for me to be part of this transmission, and because it's in our country, it's in my country, and work with you will be a good pleasure for me. And we have a good rugby into the field too.
Absolutely, it's been cracking pace set by both sides in the first 5.5 minutes.
First scrum of the game, Andrew, and this junior Wallaby front row of Angus Bell, Lonergan at hooker, and Josh Nasser. They've played so well this tournament. What have they got up against the Argentinian pack?
Donald goes in digging, and Lalesio in at first receiver. Wilson did well to get around the corner. Harris scored a terrific try in the last match. Pumitas win the turnover though, and it was the smallest man on the field, Garcia.
Well, we can see why the defence has been so good in the pool stages. Good low chop tackles, and another player over the ball. Will Harris, McBride, Wilson, Hosea, they've been really good in ball carrying for the junior Wallabies, but Santi, this Pumitas defence has been so solid.
Yeah, they started his attack through the defense. The tackler are amazing. They're always on the feet. The approximation for the attack players are amazing, and then they keep working when they made the tackle.
Pumitas win the line out. Gasho gets shirt fronted by Lonergan. Don't let Gasho into open space. He will make you pay. The loose head prop scored one of the tries of the tournament in the last match day against France. It's play on. Pumitas get charged down. Lalesio putting pressure on the kicker. And running around. Lovely stuff from Castro, the captain, but he put a foot into touch. Slightly isolated.
That's a good matchup in the centre, isn't it? Those two midfields, Castro in particular. And Tupou and Lalesio have been amazing for the junior Wallabies. You can see the attempted kick through, charge down, and both centres rushing through. But Castro, look how tenacious he is to get away. But who's on him? His opposite number, Samisi Tupou.
Junior Wallabies win it at the back. Donaldson to the line, and crashing through is Tupou. Throws a loopy ball over to Lucas, and now Nwanganita Wasi. Chopped down in the tackle. Just outside the 22. Keeping the ball alive, the junior Wallabies. Wood. Gets up and goes again, Michael Wood. Makes a few more metres. Lucas. They've wrapped up Lucas well thus far. Nasser. Junior Wallabies dominating possession at this point. Nice little tip on there from Bell, and the ball from Harris back to Bell was lovely. Junior Wallabies on the attack. Tupou ran a short angle and got crunched, and now Lucas bounces out of a couple, loses it backwards. The whistle goes though. It went forwards.
Well, there you can see that huge defence coming in from the Pumitas yet again. But the ball handling of this junior Wallaby pack, Angus Bell to the fore. You can see they win good ball through Hosea at the back. And this man, Tupou, runs a hard angle. He's experienced in these under-20s championships. And when this man, Isaac Lucas, gets involved, you know the junior Wallabies are dangerous. But on that occasion, he loses the ball. It's greasy out there.
Big tackle from the Argentina team, but they leave small gap between the defenders. That's why Australia can break the line.
Bind. Set.
Garcia puts it in, picked up off the back by Peramonte.
Stay behind.
They look to clear the Pumitas.
No.
Garcia now the box kick and puts it straight into touch. It'll be a junior Wallabies throw, about 30 out.
Yeah, nice clean exit strategy from Argentina. Pedemonte at the base of the scrum. He's experienced 4 games in last year's championships, and Garcia's kicking puts him up the field.
Turnover. Pumitas win. A ball against the throw. Wallabies, though, looking to put pressure on, and they drive back over the top. Wallabies.
Counter ruck from the junior Wallabies, and Gaggio, who's on the floor. He's in an offside position, gets to his feet. You understand why he wants France.
I believe it. The star, because he was everywhere about that. He started in his down.
World Rugby across all the social. Will Harrison.
And Ben Donaldson, their best buddies, as the Pumitas win the ball at the kickoff.
Good man.
Big forward runners lining up. Pedemonte getting some help from his fellow forwards, but it's a maul. It's been turned over. It was Will Harris latching onto that one.
I think this is going to be the story of the game, Andrew. The contest at the tackle area, whether the ball's on the floor or held. Let's get on with it. We want to see these two all-action back rows up against each other. They've been fantastic in the tournament.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
The Argentinian number 8, Pedemonte, big lump of a boy, 106 kilos as the Aussies get it out quickly. Lolesio will clear, puts it high. Mendy is back there. And Mendy, he's a slippery customer as well. Pops it to Isgro. McWright looking to pilfer.
No hands.
Slowing the Argentinian ball down. De La Vega Mendia. And Pedemonte the big carry. Keeping it short side. Mendy, flag goes up.
There, guys.
It'll be a Junior Wallabies throw.
Well, interesting tactics from Lapamitas to go back down the short side. Isaac Lucas was trapped up in the front field. And it was Alessio who had to drop back there, but going into touch for the second time.
Just hold there.
And a lot of the game being played, Santi, at the moment in the middle third of the field.
Yes, Argentina must to calm down and keep the possession because Australia is playing more than Argentina right now.
Nwanganita Wasi, second time he's run it off the line out directly. Flat ball from Harris. Wilson, in fact, it was. Beautiful ball and nice backing up from the back rowers.
Release now to tackle.
Penalty to the Junior Wallabies. Didn't release in the tackle.
Knee to ground.
Well, another great break from Samisi Tupou, 13. Beautifully put in by Harry Wilson. He's made the most tackles in the tournament. As we look at the England head coach, Eddie Jones. What's he doing there?
You must release the tackle player.
Yeah, Eddie Jones. Just a sneaky trip to Argentina.
And you think you'd have a World Cup to prepare for, but no doubt having a little look at some young players, bit of consultancy maybe in South America, but good to see him down here. But what a break from Tupou again, and that break compounded by the error by Argentina at the tackle contest.
The former head coach of Argentina is sitting with as well. Santi?
Yes, Daniel Urcal is there, and another coaches, the former coach from Argentina 7-2. I suppose Eddie Vedder. No, Eddie Vedder.
Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones is going to give a clinic of rugby the next Wednesday here in Rosario. So he's here because of England and to give that clinic to Argentina.
We are all Pearl Jam fans. Ben Donaldson looking to add another three. This one slides off the side of the tee and the flag stay down, so it'll remain the Junior Wallabies 3 points to 0.
Chance gone back in from Donaldson there. Struck the first one so well. The 20-year-old sights were out on that one. And I just hope Eddie Jones isn't passing on too many tips to the Argentinian coaching staff, because they may play Wales in the World Cup in Japan in the coming months. But good to see a lot of people here today at Rosario watching this big game.
Oh, it's packed here for the semi-final. Ugly conditions, but brilliant crowd still in. Very passionate as Harris looks to run it back for the Junior Wallabies. Happy to keep the ball in hand, the Junior Wallabies, and the handling has been pretty solid thus far. Alessio stepping, he's stepped into first receiver a couple of times. Bell running back on the angle. 118 kilos, Angus Bell. Donaldson is out the back to Lucas, who had to check his run to pick that one up, but he's so slippery. Somehow makes meters up the field as Tupou. They go same way. Having to work hard for their meters. McDonald loses that one. It's been towed ahead. And Tui jumps on it. And come back for the scrum from the error. Michael McDONALD made at the base of the ruck.
Well, at the moment, the Argentinian players are swarming all over Australia. Really up quick out of the line. As we see Ledesma, another Argentinian coach. There's Eddie Jones again in the white cap. But this Argentinian defence coming up in twos. They're very close to the offside line, but you can see the possession that the Junior Wallabies have had, 70%. But it's the defence of the Argentinian team really holding out at the moment.
Yes, Mario is here because all the staff of the different teams from Argentina are here. We are working together and we want to support this team.
It's there for the Pumitas. Oh!
Whoa!
That one was an ugly looking tackle. It looked like Isgro jumped into that one. They'll have a look at it, but this does not look good.
Brian, I'm going to come up here. Just have a look. So time's off.
Oh, he's got to look at this.
I'm just going to go to the screen.
It looks pretty bad, Andrew Swain.
Yeah, it was a full somersault from Isgro.
Of course, we have to take the process. We keep explaining this. First question is there foul play? Then they have a protocol to follow, the officials. Any mitigating circumstances? Did the player jump in the air? How was he released? How did he fall? This may take some time.
This is NFL style.
He jumped before the tackle. Maybe that's why it looks so dangerous.
Yeah, McDonald, I think it was, really didn't have any option, did he?
He's jumped. But it's how he finishes him off is going to be another question. There are mitigating factors in that the player has jumped in the air. He comes off his wing, Iskro jumps in the air. McDonald seemingly goes low, but then does he lift him in his action and then put him onto his back?
You have to take into account the pace that it was happening as well, though.
There's not much McDonald can do. If he releases him, it's dangerous.
Thanks, Brian.
I think this is going to be a yellow card, Andrew Swain. I don't know. What do you think, Santi?
It's a little dangerous. It's just for a yellow card because McDonald can do another thing. If he released before, maybe it was harder the way to go to the floor.
Horizontal.
Yes. It's just without
So
bad
he lands
intention.
on his back, correct?
Yes, he does land on his back.
Okay, so by that we're talking a possible yellow card, yes?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, do you believe there's enough of a mitigating factor, the fact that 14 blue jumps into the tackle?
He does jump into the tackle,
Yes.
but he's still taken completely over
Okay,
and onto his back.
so therefore we don't have enough of a mitigating factor. He hasn't jumped high enough to cause, to offset that yellow card. So we still have a yellow card to 9 gold, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Look, I'll explain, mate. Yeah, 9.
Great work by the officials. We'll hear what referee James
Look, we
Dolman
fully acknowledge
says.
that there's an element of a jump in there. However, we don't see it as enough of a mitigating factor to offset the yellow card, the fact that he lands dangerously on his back. So it is going to be a yellow card. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Well, sensible decision from James Dolman and TMO Brian McNeice. And they work together, and that's great to see for the officials. A lesson for Michael McDONALD. Not a lot he could have done, Santi.
Okay.
And Iskro jumping in the air means it's only a yellow card for the Australian player.
It's a good challenge for the refs because we had that chat time ago with all the refs about that situation. If the player jump, from who is the responsibility to care that player? So we say the responsibility is from the guy who jumped. So in this case, it's just yellow card because of that, I suppose.
Yeah, we've seen lots of red cards in this tournament thus far. Obviously, player welfare is paramount. But that one, sanity prevails as De La Vega Mendia will have his first shot. Strikes it well. Flags go up. 3-all, 20 minutes gone. The Aussies with a man in the bin.
Beautiful strike from De La Vega Mendia, as he has done all tournament. My goodness, he looks the part as well, doesn't he? He looks like he could play for the Argentinian soccer team. But he's a fine outside half and punishes the indiscretion by scrum half Michael McDONALD, who's now in the bin, and the Junior Wallabies, after all their possession, need to consolidate.
Wobbly old kickoff. Iskro, the man who went full aerial in that last tackle, takes the kickoff. Garcia. Slow ball goes high. Wanganita-Wasi running with the ball. Lucas takes it, running back with the flight. Brave take from the Aussie fullback.
Come out. Good man, he got back.
Nasser. Solid run. Wilson. Been brilliant in this tournament, Harry Wilson.
Yeah, a lot of the plaudits has gone to skipper McWright, but Wilson has been brilliant at 6, ball carrying and defence.
Wood shifts it out the back to Donaldson. Lalesio. McWright, the captain. Gets caught, gets up and goes again. Still going, McWright.
Sit.
Peeling off every inch he can. Wood fights his way, gets up and goes again. They released him. Wood into the 22. Strong run. Lucas in at scrum half to Lonergan. Tupou gets thumped into the deck. Iskro, he's in everything. Bell. Junior Wallabies building some pressure here. Harris around the corner. Lucas in at scrum half. Lonergan running a lovely line. Shifts it to Wilson, and the junior Wallabies are in under the posts.
Well, we've just mentioned him, haven't we? Harry Wilson, the 6, plays for the Brothers Club in Queensland, and he was involved in that build-up several times. It's been noticeable the handling of the junior Wallaby forwards, and even though they're a man down, in steps Isaac Lucas to 9. He's a tricky individual. Lonergan, who scored tries in the tournament, and Wilson on the end like a good flanker. The junior Wallabies showed that a man down they could score tries against England in the pool match. They've done it again here in Rosario against the Pumitas.
We need to talk about Isaac Lucas. He took the number 9 and he looked like an expert in that position. He did it very well, and very good run from Harry Wilson. He came from the back and finished into the in goal. It's not easy to take this kind of position like number 9. Maybe he practiced for this kind of situation, but he did it very well.
He's a talented player, playing at 15, steps in at 10, now at 9. What a player to have in your squad.
Very versatile. In fact, all of his brothers, incredibly versatile. Ben, Matt, Tom, all played 7s for Australia. Matt has played under 20s. He's a scrum half. And Isaac learning well from his brothers as Donaldson adds the extras. 24 minutes gone, 10 points to 3, the junior Wallabies.
Well, we see it again. He just scoots out, but Lonergan, who's got 2 tries earlier in the tournament. And this man, Wilson, well, he's starting to get the headlines after all his unseen hard graft. And now Argentina have a game on their hands.
And the crowd getting into it now as well. Tui can't hold on to the kickoff. It'll be a scrum to the Pumitas on the Aussie 22.
Well, how do you think this young Argentinian team will respond now, Santi, to that try?
Yes, it's very important after the score a try. Keep the possession, have a very good reception. It's like in tennis, confirm the break. It's when you receive the ball after the try is very important. And you can see the nervous maybe, or I don't know, because it's a little wet the ball because it's raining. But Argentina have a very good opportunity to score right now.
It was a hanging kickoff from De La Vega Mendia. Aussies dominating possession in territory.
Well, of course, with Lucas in at 9 from 15, they're a man short in that back line.
The Argentinian backs and the scrum putting pressure on as well. The junior Wallabies fight back, but it's a penalty to the Pumitas. They've got their backs up.
Thanks, mate.
Interesting here. Will they go for the corner? Another scrum. Sanchez pointing at the post. He wants the points.
It's very important now, score some points, but that is what I love under 20 championship. They want to play.
Let the boys play.
And that is awesome.
Well, I said earlier that the upper hand was with the Argentinian scrum, and there you can see the pressure being put on tight head Josh Nasser.
Dimchev throw it in, and he goes to the front. They set up a little front move of the line out. It pops out for Iskro, but they knock it on. Junior Wallabies survive.
What a great bit of defending from winger Sayoni Tui. Charged with standing in the 5-meter channel. The number 11, you just see him there.
You guys stay here. It's going to be a scrum. Look, guys, I can appreciate the passion, okay? We need to control the aggression after the ball. Once I blow my whistle, just go back, okay? I don't want running in, I don't want clapping, I don't want laughing at them. Stick to your own team. Appreciate it, thanks. 100%.
Just trying to calm things down.
Okay, calm.
And we see the line out. Yeah, Tui's in this 5-meter channel. It's a little front peel, and there's Tui, number 11. Makes a great ball and all tackle and stops that move. Good work from referee James Doleman. The junior Wallabies were penalised early in the tournament for clapping and celebrating their own turnovers and penalties and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Plenty of metres made on the Aussies thus far.
Binds. Sets.
Lucas feeds it, it's there for the Aussies, and Lalesio with a strong carry off the line. Lucas sends it back to Donaldson, who will clear. Won't find touch though, he's Grow. The counter-attack from the Argentinian winger. Garcia comes short side. Gasho. Gonzalez. De La Vega Mendia. And Pedamonte can't hold on to it. Junior Wallabies will look to counter. Lonergan up the middle. Pops it to McBride. Can't find it. No advantage. It'll be a Junior Wallabies put in.
Well, error after error. Understandable in the greasy conditions, but great play from scrum half Gonzalo Garcia coming down the short side. I thought Gaggio was going to go through again for another great run. But one of the big characteristics of this game is the handling skills of both sets of forwards, Santi.
Yes, we know it's raining, the ball is wet, but Argentina must be calm and keep the possession more when the team is in the territory of Australia. So calm down, more patient to keep the possession and then see where they can attack. In the last time they tried the short side, wasn't possible. Now we will see what happened.
Junior Wallabies not really playing wet weather footy if the offload stats are to be believed.
We saw in that match against England in the last pool match that they went down to a red card but still were able to score tries, construct phase plays, and now Isaac Lucas in at 9.
Just a minute to survive for the yellow card. And Tui this time running it off the set piece. Junior Wallabies using their wingers, but the penalty for the Pumitas. Was it Garcia again? A little pest at the breakdown.
Brilliant work, wasn't it? Brilliant. When you're a man down, you have to be a little bit more urgent, particularly from set piece, from scrum. All the forwards are contained. They need to win the race, and you can see it. Perez Rachel who gets over that ball. Garcia following up, but brilliant work from the flanker.
Yeah. Yes, very interesting. All the flankers from Argentina, the number 8, the power of number 8. Gonzalez is the owner of the air, and this guy, Perez Rachel, he worked very hard in the breakdown. He's always waiting the opportunity to grab some ball, to fetch some ball, and he did it right now.
Still only 18, Perez Rachel, and Gonzalez 18 with Pedamonte 19. Great future for Puma Rugby.
Yes, these 3 guys came from under 18. With this guy won the Youth Olympic in Buenos Aires the last year.
De La Vega Mendia, the flags go up. 10 points to 6. Nearly half an hour gone, and McDonald comes back on the field to the for the Junior Wallabies. So not so much damage from the yellow card.
It's game on, isn't it? 15-all in terms of players on the field. 10-6, one-score game. Half an hour played, and there's nothing between the sides.
Donaldson goes deep. And Pedamonte. Garcia will look to box kick. Charged down by the Junior Wallabies. It'll be a Pumitas throw.
Well, that's a result. Garcia's kicking is good from 9, but the touch, the near charge down. Another chance to move further up the field as the Argentinian fans sing in the stand in the rain.
Yes, we have a full stadium here in Rosario. The people is very happy. It's holiday day here, and doesn't matter with the rain, and they are here to support Argentina team.
Dimchev stays in the field of play. Just Hosea trying to make a mess of that ruck with the counter. They hold on to the pill.
Just come out.
Offside.
Off your feet.
Again, Garcia will go to the skies. Puts it high. Tui runs onto it beautifully. Sione Tui. Junior Wallabies, Lucas in at first receiver. Tupou shifts it wide to Nwangandita Wasi. Strong carry from the big, tall Aussie winger. Josh Nasser gets driven back in the tackle. Lucas Wood with a bit of footwork at the line. Makes a good 7 metres. Lucas playing 10, gives it inside to Donaldson, who slices through. He's shaped to pass and held on. He had Wilson looming up. The Aussies looking dangerous.
Yes, boy, Isaac Lucas, he's everywhere. He can play 9, 10, 15. But there is the turnover again.
That's Dimchev. Pablo Dimchev, the hooker.
Holding.
Yes, again, small gaps between the defender of Argentina. That's why Australia break the line.
No, hold it on.
But then,
Hold his feet.
after that big tackle, number 2, Pablo Dimchev fetch that ball, and again, Argentina have the possession.
Well, just look at the crowd there, Andrew Swain. I know we're enjoying calling the game, but no news I do. You'd like to be in there now with a steak sandwich, enjoying this great game.
Look like a soccer field.
It's brilliant. What an atmosphere here in Rosario.
Good fellas.
The crowd are pumped.
And it's a match of contrasting styles, isn't it? The ball handling phase play of the Junior Wallabies and the kicking strong defence of the Argentinians.
It's tight. Bernstein wins it for the Pumitas. Crashing onto it, Crescentelli. Quick ball for the Pumitas. Garcia to Gasho. Gasho, a real cult hero. Crescentelli, nice hands, quick hands. And out wide is Coria. Ball's been held up though. The Aussies affecting the choke tackle. It'll be a maul. And a turnover. Junior Wallabies survive again.
Well, I think it was Will Harris, the number 8, the New South Wales Warriors development player. He got in there with Angus Bell, the loose head. And that was crucial, really, as the Pumitas were on the ascendant. He found a bit of space in the white channels there.
Yes, maybe Mateo Mastro go down to crush the other guy. He go up. That's why the players from Australia
Are we clear?
tackle him and steal the ball.
Boys, height.
He worked it to the outside. Hosea it was who got in, followed by Harris and Angus Bell. 3 strong men then holding Argentina up.
Was the captain, Castro. He tried to put the team
To the left.
in front as always, but this time he made a small mistake to keep the possession. And he couldn't release.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Junior Wallabies scrum's been under the pump. Short arm though.
Clearly too much work
Pumitas
before
just
the
got a
ball.
little bit eager.
Too much work before the ball.
Well, that'll be a relief to the Junior Wallabies. Under a little bit of pressure this last 5 minutes. Argentina coming right into the game.
It's tight. 4 points in it. 35 gone.
Argentina ball.
Well, it's a free kick.
Blue ball.
Donaldson puts it into touch, but of course Argentina get the put in now. Still in a good position, 40 metres out from the Junior Wallaby line. They've shortened the line. I think it's Pedemonte's gone to scrum half.
9. Thanks, mate.
Bernstein wins it this time. They set up the maul.
Come out.
Dimchev in control.
Out now. This man here.
Rumbling it up the field. Hosea been told to leave it alone.
Same ball.
Now they shave off the side, and the Junior Wallabies fight back. So they've turned it over.
Guess who? It's that captain, Fraser McGrath, who steals the ball.
Lalesio with a bit of footwork. Isolated though. Wilson. Settling run. It's untidy. Tupou has to go into scrum half.
And step, guys. No.
McDonald directing traffic. Pressure on the scrum half though, illegally. It was the captain, Castro.
Yeah, but you're offside before it does go out.
Yeah, he took the ball, the law into his own hands there, Andrew. He shakes his head, but referee Dolman was right there.
Offside.
He's offside. He probably did anticipate that scrum half McDonald had picked the ball, lifted it off the floor, but he came from an offside position.
All the movements started with the back from Australia. They're very fast. They have very good and quick legs. And Castro, as the picture showed, he's offside.
Lonergan will throw in for the Junior Wallabies. And Permitta's had a chance to attack from the 10. And now the Junior Wallabies get the chance to have a crack. Wilson, another strong carry. McDonald has a little look.
Lost now, you're on your knees. Sit.
Harris in at scrum half, and Hosea bounces off the first tackle. No scrum half there. Tupou again going into the playmaking role. Now McDonald's there. Flat ball, Lolesio straight through, looking for runners. Lolesio pops it to McDonald. Wonderful try, scintillating stuff from the Junior Wallabies.
Well, they're lethal, aren't they, the Junior Wallabies? They're running hard lines, inside shoulders against this strong tackling Argentinian defence. But they're working them out. They're picking the gaps. And that man, Michael McDONALD, who's been off the field for a yellow card for 10 minutes, runs a good hard line on the inside. Just look at this inside shoulder run coming up. Wilson and Harris doing the hard yards as they've done all tournament. And there, he almost blindsides the Argentinian defence and has the presence of mind to control his body weight and put McDonald in for a great score.
We're a team, Australia, very complete because they have a big guys to crash first, to break the first line. Then they have a very quick players to play wide. And we will see the number 11, Sione Tui, play a very good angle to go inside and then pass the ball to McDonald to finish into the in goal.
McDonald from the Palmyra club in WA scores the try. I saw him just have a little look. He's got an occasional dart in him, Michael McDonald, as the flags go up. 17 points to 6 in the shadows of half-time.
Well, it's a big lead just for half-time, but watch McDonald, the 9. As Lolesio goes through, he follows, he tracks him on the inside, like all good scrum half support play. And he gets his reward under the sticks.
Lolesio did brilliantly to find McDonald on his inside as the Pumitas let us restart it. Tui makes no mistake this time off the kickoff. But I spoke too soon. It's into the hands of the Pumitas. The ball was ripped out of Sione Tui's grasp. And a chance just before half-time. Beautiful hands to Mendy, who's drilled into touch. Ran out of room, but the Pumitas dangerous on the counter.
Back down the short side again. Lovely hands from Argentina, but an important cover tackle from outside half Ben Donaldson. But it shows that this Pumita team can attack as well.
Yes, they are trying to play into the line, but they have to keep the possession safe. They have to calm down when they have the ball to see what happened, because they missed a lot of balls in the last 25.
McDonald ran out of room to pass then.
Stay.
Lonergan, a little settler here from Wilson. And the Junior Wallabies will look to clear. Bell spotted just a little bit of room up the middle.
Just like an extra back row, isn't he, Angus Bell? He even looked to offload then.
McDonald puts it straight into touch. So with 10 seconds to play in this half, the Pumitas have a chance.
Well, a little bit of inexperience there from Michael McDonald. If he looked at the clock, he could have run it into the red zone. But Argentina have another shot at a score just before the break. Can they take it?
Dimchev goes deep. They set up the maul. They peel off a few metres before the Junior Wallabies can get set. Dimchev.
Advantage. Changed his mind to get there. You changed your body.
They have the penalty advantage, so points on offer if they want them, but the Pumitas want 7. Still going up the field. Now they break away. Isgrove for the corner.
Oh, it's going to be tight. 3 loud blasts on the whistle from James Doleman. Work on the short side yet again.
Yeah, I'm going to check, guys.
McDonald tried to wrap him up, ball and all, but Iskro, did he get it down?
Hey, Prez, I'll just get you guys to just move over there. Thanks.
Yes, maybe it was high tackle.
Brian,
But
I'm
the
going to
check
come up
is
to you, mate.
the ref is going to check.
No. Just TMO.
What a strong wing, he's good.
Look, I've got the ball
He's one of
clearly
the
held
ball,
up.
the guy
but I
who
want
can
to
keep
check
the
for a
ball safe
potential
because he
high
always
tackle.
play inside the angles.
So we'll check for a potential high tackle. And it's 9 gold.
So they will check for a potential high tackle. Great play. And I go back to McDonald. He had 10 seconds to run down to half-time. He gave the Pumitas the line out. And after a great drive, an attack down the short side. Here we see it. They check the high tackle by McDonald.
Need the end on one, yeah?
It looks high to me. And he's already had a yellow card, the scrum half.
This is the in-goal
And
one.
we know, Andrew Swain, what 2 yellows make.
Yes, look like a hard tackle. Maybe they are going to give penalty try and yellow card. And this guy
One more angle here.
had
hang
one
on, James,
yellow
one more
card.
angle.
Okay.
So that means a red for McDonald.
Well, they may take some mitigating circumstances in, but I'm not sure that there's many. It's the second arm, if anything. The first one hits Isgro's arm and rides up.
Okay.
Forces.
Thank you. Yep, I got a decision.
It's the second one. He tries to smother the ball.
Fraser and 9. Fraser and 9. I don't need you, thank you. Look, the facts are it's prevented a probable try being scored. There's a definite high tackle, okay? So it's going to be a penalty try, and under law, because the player has stopped a try being scored, it's cynical, and I must yellow card it. Now, obviously, that is your second yellow, so it is then going to be a red. That's a yellow.
There you have it.
Huge moment.
Okay.
Huge moment.
And it is a penalty try.
Wow, and the penalty try means no conversions needed. The crowd go wild here in Rosario. It's 7 points to La Pumitas right on half-time. And I've tried to say, and that's the thing about development of players, young players, he had 10 seconds to use up the half-time. La Pumitas went for the drive. Isgro got over the line. An illegal tackle, red card, game on.
17 plays, 13 here at half-time. The Junior Wallabies will be playing the second half with 14 men. Game on here in Rosario.
Thank you. Okay. Lost now, you're on your knees. Sit. Lost now, you're on your knees. Sit. Lost now, you're on your knees. Sit. They'll check. Can you check? The TMO will check if there's anything, okay? Lost now, you're on your knees. Sit. They'll check. And I must yellow card it. Now obviously that is your second yellow, so it is then going to be a red. That's a yellow. Okay. And it is a penalty try.
Players back out on the field here in Rosario. It is the Junior Wallabies in the lead, 17 points to 13 against Argentina, but they will be playing the second half with 14 men. Drama at the end of the first half with Michael McDONALD given a second yellow card and Argentina with a penalty try. So all to do for the Junior Wallabies, the Pumitas. They have momentum and they have the crowd. De La Vega, Mendia gets us started in the second half. It's an ugly looking kickoff. It goes straight into touch. It'll be a Junior Wallabies throw. And interesting to see what the Junior Wallabies do with this
inside
yellow card, red card situation.
Inside.
Well, it's all happening.
It's inside.
You know, they've got the lead, the Junior Wallabies, but don't discount them. We saw against England, they can score tries. In fact, McDonald scored a try when they were down to 14.
So Henry Robertson on the field. Sione Tui off. So they will play with the scrum half, the Junior Wallabies. Mendy, strong carry back, gets the offload away to Pedro Rochelle. Vega, Mendia, shifting it across the line to Castro, the captain. Pedamonte slips a lovely ball away to Bernstein. Pumitas putting some phases together. Christian Telly ran a hard line around the corner but got met by a wall of gold jerseys. Now here's an opportunity for the Pumitas. Carreras running hard at Nwanganitawasi. Pedamonte can't hold on to it. It'll be a scrum to the Junior Wallabies.
Well, that's a shame for Argentina, but the Pumitas have their tails up. And the Junior Wallabies have made that call with McDonald's red card. They brought another scrum half, Henry Robertson, on, taking Sione Tui off. They didn't want to take a forward off, that's for sure, as we see the error from Pedamonte.
Before the ball.
And we saw the Wallabies do this against England.
Let's go, guys.
When they went down to 14.
Up a little bit quicker.
And it'll be down to Samisi Tupou to manage that 13-wing channel with the help of Lucas. But it's going to be a tall order for the Junior Wallabies this second half, Santi.
Yes, they have a good challenge, but Argentina again, when they're going inside to the red zone, they lost the possession again. They have to keep the possession more now than they have one play more.
Robertson, ball's been touched, drills it low, and he beats Mendy. Mendy has to go back and it's charged down and put into touch. A chase from the Junior Wallabies.
Great follow-up from Henry Robertson. And as a coach there, we see McDonald. Unfortunately for him, a second yellow means a red. Sees out the rest of the game. But that chase from Robertson, as a coach, what do you want? Things that don't require talent. Hard work, chasing down, 1%ers like charge downs like that really help the cause.
Dimchev goes to the back. Garcia puts it high, doesn't get any distance on it though. And a penalty.
Inside the 10.
Men in front of the kicker and inside the 10 radius.
Inside the 10 metres.
Yeah, it's a 10-metre rule from a kick. They didn't retreat, Argentina, and Fraser McWright leading from the front. Challenge for the Junior Wallabies, and this could be a little freebie for Donaldson.
They're going to put it into the corner, the Junior Wallabies, backing themselves.
Australia want to play too. They know maybe they are not going to have a lot of opportunity with 14 players. This one is one.
10 out from the Pumitas line, and Lonergan finds his target. And they set up the maul. And they're getting a good drive on the Junior Wallabies. Lonergan in control. What a drive! And the Aussies are over! Lonergan, his third try of the tournament. And the Aussie forwards put the hammer down.
Well, they backed themselves, didn't they? That man Lonergan goes over. But he's got to give a big thanks to his forward pack.
Thanks, mate.
He threw it in, beautifully taken by Wood, who's been fantastic. McWright gets on it, Lonergan digging for the ball, and he just moved it forward. An easy little fall over the line for the hooker. And with 14 men, the Junior Wallabies grasp the game by the scruff of the neck.
They took a very good decision when you are one player, when you have one player less, play as line immobile is the best option because you are going to keep the possession, you are going to play with your 8 players, and look at that. Who is the guy who is behind the kicker?
Yeah, Stephen Larkham.
Where pleasure. He's in everywhere because I watched him in the 7 Series too, helping the team to Team Walsh.
Donaldson strikes it sweetly. 24 points to 13. A little bit of breathing space.
Well, you got to admire the character of these Junior Wallaby players. Wood took it. You see him upright. And Lonergan does the damage at the back. My goodness, they show some character. And it's the Pumitas who have to show character now and come back 2 scores behind.
Junior Wallabies played their last match the entire game pretty much with 14 men, and Tupou gets the ball to McWright, who crawls his way towards halfway. Robertson in digging. Donaldson to Lucas, who looks for a bit of space and finds it.
On now.
De La Vega Mendia. Send it back. Bit of a game of foursome backs here. Donaldson checks his run. Looks for the space in behind, but Carreras is there, and he will run it back with interest. Little chip over the top, and Carreras can't quite reel it in. A knock on. Carreras ran it back at a brisk pace.
He got ahead of steam, didn't he, the winger? A little deft chip, and he nearly had the bounce. Interesting to see what would have happened then, but the Argentinians now, as we see this little check bounce, oh, so near yet so far. They don't need to feel sorry for themselves, Argentina. There's a long way to go to play with an extra man. Just cut out the errors, Santi.
Exactly. You have Argentina has more than 30 minutes. They have to keep the possession for more than 1 minute to see what happened. Australia need to run away. They have 14 players, so Argentina have to keep the possession safe for more than 2-3 minutes, please.
They go short side, the Junior Wallabies. Flat ball, cut ball to Nwanganita-Wasi, but he's driven back by Carreras.
That's it, Mateo.
Oh, Carreras, what a tackle. Drove Nwanganita-Wasi back 20 metres, and then they win the turnover. That is inspirational.
Well, that's the way to set your team alight, isn't it? He just had a barnstorming run and chip. Was a bit unlucky with it, but my goodness me. Mateo Carreras. Now that's lifted the crowd here.
He's not too tall, but he's very strong. He used his legs, he kept pushing after the tackle, and he did that.
Yeah, it was like watching a little bulldog.
It's not about the size, it's about the technique.
It is.
Sure is.
He played all the games in last year's championships, got tries against Scotland, Italy and Australia, but it was in defence. He inspired his team there.
Yeah, you're on the line, so blue, step off. Good. Come on.
Pumitas with the extra man. Go to the front.
Come out one.
It was Bohr. Won the most lineouts in the competition.
Fine.
Going to set up the drive as well with Gasho in control. Garcia goes in digging. Junior Wallabies trying to wrap it up though. And they win the turnover. Another error at maul time from the Pumitas. The Junior Wallabies trying to just dig in here.
Well, a bit of pushing and shoving there. I think it's Hosea who comes up with the ball. Number 8, Will Harris.
I'm going to talk to both. I understand that one was blue, but I think a lot of it has been gold as well. So time's off. Come. Fraser.
I think Argentina must play wide to move the ball from one side to the other side because they are one more. So they need to keep the possession and play well. Because if you play short, it's an advantage for the other team who has one player less.
Is that clear? Have a word.
James Dolman just laying down the law. A lot of celebrating and a lot of back slapping from both teams. They want to just calm things down a little bit.
Both teams are very excited, Andrew. And a lot at stake, you know, still a long way to go, as Santi says.
Pumitas just need to move them side by side. The Argentinian tackling. They've had to make a lot, but they've missed a lot as well.
That's a lot of tackles to miss, 32, and they're paying the price at the moment.
Robertson gets it out quickly. Lalesio slips the ball into contact to Turbo, who tried to pop it off the ground, and now it is Prishantelli. They got rid of it. Pumitas with numbers. De La Vega Mendia. Garcia still goes short side. Mendy slips the ball away. Isgro into the corner. What a finish.
What a game we have here. They're going to have a look at it. But I think Rodrigo Isgro may have got in the air.
We've got an on-field try because the ball has been grounded. We just want to check touch.
So there we have it. Andrea Piardi, the Italian touch judge.
The ball has been grounded. I just want to check the touchline, please.
So they're checking.
On-field decision is a try. We're checking whether he's in touch or not.
Whether Isgro got in the air, because don't forget, the flagpole, if you're in the air, is the players. It's not in touch. Did Isgro get in the air enough? Dual screen, Hawkeye. He jumps. Oh, did his right foot go down?
Just a toe outside the line here from Isgro.
Oh, he put the feet outside, but it's very important the way that Argentina did it. He started to play wide. That we said before. They need to move the ball from one side to the other side, and we can see he put the leg outside before to put the ball down. No,
the foot's down there before the ball's down. Does he get it back in the air?
Have a decision.
Very good tackle.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in touch.
Okay, thank you. Time back on.
There you go, Santiago saying that's more like it with the extra man to play in the wider channels.
Numbers.
You feel they'll get another chance or two, that's for sure.
Four.
Junior Wallabies under the pump. Under the Pumitas scrum.
Out, so the scrum is 5. Okay, let's get you to watch this side. Straight.
You just feel that these Pumitas are just not going to give up, Santi, in front of this home crowd.
But that's the way. Put a little pressure to Australia, and when Argentina have the possession, they need to play wide.
Big scrum from the Pumitas, but the Junior Wallabies get rid of it. Lalesio with a settling run, and Donaldson's going to have to rush the kick. He fumbled it, and it stays in the field of play. And McWright dives on it. Error.
Advantage over for the knock-on.
Junior Wallabies looking to counter. Lalesio puts it downfield further. Mendy has beaten the most defenders in the competition, and he's beaten a few more. Runs it up the middle of the field. Permita's looking to stretch the junior Wallabies here. Christian Telly straightens, holds onto it.
Ball's there, leave it, don't take him. No, you're pushing it into him.
Garcia
Don't try and buy one.
was trying to milk a penalty there. Gasho. Delavega Mendia dummied and was wrapped up well by Harris. Permita's settling it down now. Bernstein. Pedamonte. Tries to get on the outside of the defender. Delavega Mendia looked for a little pass, but Castro bounces off the first tackle from Tupou, his opposite number, and is driven into the 22. But the junior Wallabies again affecting that choke tackle and win the turnover.
Nice, brilliant defence. Thrills and spills here in Rosario.
It's not going anywhere.
Argentina need to move the ball from one side to the other side. They don't want to keep the ball in the center or in the breakdown, because there is where Australia is so strong.
They're so strong. That time it was Michael Wood, the second row. You can see there's been 10 turnovers by this junior Wallaby side, and if it's not McWright, it's Harris. If it's not Harris, it's Hosea, and if it's not Hosea, it's Wood. Santiago's right, they need to move it into the wider channels. Castro tried to burst through, but it's a mismatch against Wood.
That's correct.
Nwanganita Wasi joined in.
Two tall humans getting underneath the ball runner.
Okay, good to go. Right, guys, let's go
And
now.
affecting the turnover.
And again, in that zone, in the red zone, Argentina missed a lot of balls in that. Need to move the ball from one side to the gaps, but the red zone or into the 22, they lost the ball.
Junior Wallabies have absorbed a lot of pressure. They're used to playing with 14 men. Played the whole last match against England. Went down, obviously. Robertson does well to get rid of it. Puts it up towards halfway. Good clearance from the boy from Scone.
That's a great heel from Lachlan Lonergan, a hooker as well. Channel 1 ball out to Robertson, and what a kick from the replacement scrum half.
What can the Permitas muster here? They win it clean at the top. Pedamonte winds up, and the junior Wallabies back row have to do well to bring him down. Strong carry from the big back rower. Delavega Mendia. Across the line. Mendy. McWright's over the ball, trying to win the turnover. Delavega Mendia. Oh, big shot from Wilson, but still getting the forward momentum, the Permitas. Now they go out the back to Prisciantelli. Prisciantelli. And what about the run there from Gonzalez? Strong carry. They go short side. Delavega Mendia. Wrapped up by Nwanganita Wasi. Prisciantelli getting involved now, the centre. Permita's asking lots of questions here. Pedamonte. Perez Rochelle. Junior Wallabies turned over by McWright. What a turnover from the Aussie skipper. And Donaldson sends it downfield. And now a clean pair of heels from Donaldson, needs to control it. And dives on it. Who won the race?
I don't think he got there, Sweeney.
I've got to come upstairs here,
I think it was brilliant cover from Matthew Carreras.
No try, please. I don't have a clear grounding, so I've got to go no try.
Okay, on-field decision is no try, and we'll check the grounding.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
His on-field decision is no try, because that's what he explains. I haven't seen it. Please help me, TMO, but what a run from Donaldson. He showed real gas with his dink through. And I just got the feeling, Santi, that Matthew Carreras just got it on the angle.
What a turnover first, and then the run that was a very good race between Carreras. And let's go to check who arrived first.
Oh, it looks like it's been grounded on his hand. Carreras got his hand underneath Donaldson here. Big call from the TMO.
Well, Carreras has tape on his hands, but I think he's gone under it. Yeah, Donaldson might have got the try there.
Wow. Game of centimetres, millimetres, in fact.
What a call this will be.
The ref must be 100% sure. Out of 3 hands there is not too easy to see.
Yeah, the on-field call is no try.
I think it's a try. Yeah. I think Carreras has missed
James,
it.
I have a decision.
No, Carreras missed the hand, but I don't know.
The ball has been grounded by gold, so you may award the try.
There you go.
The ball is clearly grounded by gold, so it is a try.
They go 80 metres, the junior Wallabies. A turnover from the captain. And Donaldson towed it ahead. Try time to the junior Wallabies. They're hanging in there.
Well, it shows what they can do even with 14 men. I thought Donaldson might have made the wrong decision because he had Lucas outside him. But he showed a clean pair of heels, and for all of Carreras' attempts, he got the dot down.
Yes, maybe he believes in the speed of that play, because he's at the first moment we thought he's going to give the ball away, but he preferred to kick, and he was right.
So here's the turnover.
Look at Wright with his feet off the ground.
Number 7, Fraser McRae.
Yeah, what a player he is. Donaldson, you can see he's just extending away from the Pamita players. Carreras, what an effort from the winger, but he missed the ball, and Donaldson gets it down.
Tupo at the back wins the kickoff.
What a speed for a playmaker. That is very important, because he can give the ball away, and he can arrive to the in-goal too.
Come out.
Nick Frost on the field for the junior Wallabies. Hosea off, and it's a high ball. Nwanganitawasi doesn't win it. Carreras, who's been in everything for the Pumitas, did well under pressure to win it. De La Vega Mendia to Gasho. Bell trying to rip the ball out of his grasp. Garcia with a little dart. Out the back to Carreras. A chip ahead from Carreras. Oh, heavy contact. Ball goes into touch.
We're in touch here. And time's off, just an injury.
Well, it looked accidental.
Yeah, a head clash. The ball beat them both.
Lovely play again down the short side. Garcia, he's lively. What an offload out the back door to Carreras. The dink over. And as Lucas came across, the ball just bounced out of both. Oh.
Yeah, there was nothing in that.
And a specialist of chip kick, Mateo Carreras.
I think it's just an unfortunate rugby collision. The ball bounced out of the way.
Yeah, the ball beat everyone.
Brian, just a collision for me, yeah? Yeah.
The odd-shaped ball of the rugby ball, hey?
Well, no, that's why we're waiting.
Just was an unlucky crash.
Good? Okay.
Look at McRae. He's been absolutely inspirational all tournament. He's won 4 turnovers.
I tell you what, that's below average for him in this tournament as well. He's still got 25 minutes to add to that, but he makes 5 or 6 turnovers a match.
But it's at important times that he makes those turnovers for his team.
Frost wins it for the junior Wallabies. Wilson running it through the line. Wilson gets the arms free. Robertson, who has kicked well so far, puts it into touch down towards halfway.
Blue ball?
Yeah, sensible decision that time from Carreras, who's just taking a bit of a bang, but they'll take the line out, and you feel, Santi, that the Pumitas have to score in the next 5 minutes.
They need to do something different. They start to play from everywhere, I don't know, but they need to do something different, because the time is going down. and we don't have. Argentina doesn't have a lot of time.
Wood wins the line out against the throw, and it was a tackle in the air on Robertson. They win the penalty, a bit of push and shove.
They need to keep it cool now, Argentina. It was a tackle in the air, but from Dimchev, as they lost the line out, frustration from the hooker. But they need to keep their cool. Still 22.5 minutes to go.
It's a lot of time to score and to be close.
Oh, yeah.
Result.
There is oodles of time left. Ball doesn't find touch. Error from Donaldson. And De La Vega Mendia look to return with interest. I would wager Nwanganitawasi will play on quickly here, and they do. Bounce pass to Wilson. That's a forward pass from Wilson to out wide. So a scrum to the Pumitas. It's a game of chess here.
But it shows the intent of the junior Wallabies. They don't need to play there.
It's okay. It's just a timing thing.
So many points in front. 18, 3 scores for Pumitas to get back. They don't need to play. Consolidate, run the clock. And that's the opportunity Argentina needed.
Much more with 14 players, so they need to keep. But it's better for Argentina, obviously. But Australia, that's why we love the way to play from Australia. They always try to play. They use the line out. They don't want to the post. That's why maybe they're here.
Pedamonte in control. Scrum coming as a fight back now from the junior Wallabies. They have the advantage. It's dinked into the backfield. McWright is back there to win it. It will be a penalty, though, to the Pumitas.
McWright again?
He's everywhere, isn't he?
How many McWright are into the field?
There's only one number 7 on there, Santi. I know you think it's 3, but he is everywhere, the Australian captain. The penalty was back for the scrum.
I need to find the mark. Yeah?
They use it as a back to defense, maybe.
Okay.
A smart decision.
Australia around.
Yeah, so wheeling the scrum illegally, under pressure. The Pumas scrum is dominant at this point, and De La Vega Mendia puts it into the corner, pinpoint.
Good tactic from the scrum row from De La Vega Mendia. They're a man down in the backfield, a little dink through for the replacement Manetta, who's a quick sevens player, made his debut in Hong Kong, but they've got the penalty now.
All they need is a little momentum, the Pumitas. They win it at the back. They set up the maul.
Break away, Sex, good.
Dimchev, they break away. Garcia for the line. He's over the line. Junior Wallabies trying to get underneath it. Could be a try to the Pumitas.
I held up. Yeah.
Well, straight away, Andrea Piardi, the Italian test just comes in and says held up.
Held up. 5 metre scrum.
Garcia is such a live wire. He's used that short side well today.
What a defense from Australia. The last 5 meters.
Through that one. It's that man Wilson again, not McWright this time.
Wilson and Robertson, who's come on and had to do a lot.
Bind!
Argentina has more speed right now with Moneta. They change a ball carrier as Iglo for this guy Moneta, who used to play 7. So they need speed.
Carrera standing very wide with no one around him.
Bind! Set!
Watch for the cross kick here to Carreras if they don't push it over first. The Pumitas keep it into the scrum. Another penalty advantage.
The scrum's over.
Scrum's finished. Penalty only. No penalty try yet. The crowd baying for blood.
Well, Dorman, the referee, had given the penalty early.
The scrum is over, so I can't allow you to keep going. Okay, but the penalty is for collapsing here.
So,
but I can't allow you to keep pushing when the scrum's over.
Well, it's not the Argentinians' fault that scrum is over. That's the question for the referee.
Scrum.
If they decide to pull out or come up, then he has to make a decision on the next one.
It was over.
And if they continue to do that, he'll have a decision to make on a penalty try or not.
Crouch.
It's got to be close.
Bind.
Meters already with a penalty try to their name.
It's clearly both sides, guys. We agreed before the match that we will not move on if we don't have a gap.
Tell you what, the action is right down the
Just move off the mark.
Junior Wallabies end, but still 2 tries to the Aussies in this second half. The Pumitas, plenty of time in this one.
I don't think this is going much further than the feet of Pedemonte at 8, Andrew.
Again, they wrestle it forward. Now they stand up, being told to use it. Garcia. Crescentelli looking for quick ball. This time the pressure coming. Pedemonte. Junior Wallabies fan out.
You're pushing it into him.
Bohr.
No hands.
Settling run. Around the corner comes Gonzalez. Garcia. Now they go the other way. De La Vega Mendia. And the spot tackle was made by Lolesio, and it's been knocked on by the Pumitas. Junior Wallabies tackling the house down here, and Lolesio had to make the spot tackle and force the error.
But frustration for Argentina. A great spot tackle by number 12 there. No, Lolesio's had a good game. But frustration from the scrum. 3 big scrums from La Pumitas. You can see Australia's tackles have gone up considerably, understandably, with the possession of Argentina.
Quick ball off the top from the Pumitas. Crescentelli runs into the shoulder of Lonergan. They go back short side. Gonzalez been held up off the ground. Junior Wallabies looking to affect the choke tackle again. This will be the 3rd time they've turned it over. McWright rips it away and look to pass it. Falls into the hands of Wilson.
Lost forward.
It'll be a scrum to the Pumitas. Was that knocked out of McWright's hand?
Let's go to see the numbers. The numbers sometimes talk to you, like the tackle missed from Argentina, more than 33 tackles.
Oh.
And the guy from the match,
Time's off.
I suppose,
got a man down,
is always there.
In the scrum.
McWright has been a colossus today.
And I'm not sure that was knock on, because he tried to pass the ball away and crushing someone else.
And the man on the floor has been alongside him every step of the way, Harry Wilson.
The 2 boys from Brothers in Brisbane.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Normally play together in blue and white. Today, green and gold.
Okay, send him on.
Well, the clock ticks away. There's still plenty of time, but all of the territory in possession. And here we're having a look at the Lonergan try. Brilliant maul. The start of the second half. 14 men, but 8 in the pack, and easily pushed Argentina over, which extended the Junior Wallabies lead.
Pimentel coming on for Crescentelli.
Find up. Ready? Right.
That's another look at the Junior Wallabies maul try. It was a gargantuan maul.
Clear gap. Crouch.
Acosta Pimentel.
Bind. Set.
Pumitas' scrum has been huge.
Use.
They're looking to use it. McWright dives into penalty though. Scrum wasn't over. McWright just got a little eager.
I think that's real good play from Pedemonte. The referee, James Dolman, is saying to use it, but it doesn't mean that Argentina get any advantage. On that occasion, he kept it in, and McWright was forced to give the penalty away. And, you have to reward the team that are in advance in the scrum.
Sit down. Sit down.
This is the moment for Argentina. They have the possession, they have the zone, they are playing in the red zone. And remember, Australia are 14 players.
15 to go. Been knocked back, and McWright once again is there to tidy up.
Just too many errors from Argentina.
All on.
Donaldson sends it down the middle of the field. Mendy with the counter-attack. He's beaten more defenders than anyone. Ignacio Mendy in this tournament. Can't beat the Aussie tackler this time. Gashaw. Garcia to Castro. Gomez Vara gets up and goes again. Gomez Vara, Geronimo Gomez Vara into the 22. Garcia caught at the back, and they look to hold him up this time. Junior Wallabies again looking to turn this one over. And they do. That is the 4th time they've held up the Argentinian runners.
Easy, guys. Yep. Good. Thanks, guys.
13 turnovers the Junior Wallabies have made today.
Yeah, and it's usually around that tackle area. I thought Mito Nasi was offside, if I'm honest, with his tackle. But he had the strength to hold up the Argentinian player.
Just something we're noticing. You must.
It's an Australian style. After the tackle, they look like they put a lock.
Make sure they
to the players.
So Gasho will come from the field, and Francisco Calandra will come on some front row replacements.
All right, guys, injured players back up, so let's go. Water off. Water off.
And the number 10, Joaquín de la Vega Mendia.
Bind up.
Nicolás Roger from Santiago del Estero is taking the place.
Nicolás Roger on the field.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Junior Wallabies want to get this one out quickly. Robertson, Lalesio runs a hard line. And Robertson clears downfield. Oh, bit of confusion at the back, but Mendy, they settle it down now. Roger. Again, the Junior Wallabies hold it up. They've done this beautifully all match. Pumitas looking to turn it over. It's a turnover to the Junior Wallabies again. 5 times they've done that today.
They haven't learned their lessons, have they, Argentina? That's the 14th turnover for the Junior Wallabies. Just running into big men. Moneta, the replacement player, a former Sevens quick man. But you run into the likes of Michael Wood and McWright.
The other thing that this tactic does from the Junior Wallabies, Santi, is run down the clock. It forces them to pack a scrum. The clock keeps ticking, and the time just keeps slipping away from the Pumitas.
Exactly. That is not a good signal for Argentina. They have the control of the result and from the match, because it's very slowly this last 20 minutes, because they don't have the possession, but they have a lot of scrum. Like now, the ball is very slow, and it's the turnover number 14 for Australia.
And a penalty at the scrum, a relieving penalty for the Junior Wallabies. That is a sight for sore eyes for the Junior Wallabies coaching staff and forwards coaches as well.
As you say, Andrew Swain, the clock becomes important now. They can walk to this line out, run an extra minute down, maybe take a maul with a full 8-pack that they've got and just get into 70+ minutes. But if they do close this game out, you know, you have to say they've earned it with the likes of Harry Wilson, Fraser McWright, Michael Wood's been outstanding, Lalesio. There's so many names that have stepped up for this Junior Wallaby team.
Yes, now is the moment from the club.
Pumitas win the line out though, and they set up the maul. Bohr has it at the back.
Red headgear out.
Junior Wallabies under pressure here. Lovely maul upfield from the Pumitas.
Advantage, this man here collapsing.
And Harris gives away the penalty.
Collapsing a formed maul. Number 8 gold.
Pumitas still with a chance here.
Is this the moment? Replacement, Nicolás Roger, to kick as close as he can to the corner. It's a scruffy looking kick. They'll have to build from here. But time's running out, Santi.
Argentina must be focused in the game, not just to see the clock. we don't know, the clock is very important and we don't have a lot of time, but try to grow as with the movements. They made many mistakes in this zone that we call red zone.
Junior Wallabies win the line out though. Robertson throws a looping ball to Lolesio. Lucas has to rush the kick, but Mendy was upfield, so he has to go back and win it. Tupou. And now Nwangani Tawasi looking to win the turnover. And he does so for the Junior Wallabies. The pressure they are building with 14 men is immense here in Rosario.
Well, the last match against England in the pool, they played for 78 minutes with 14 men, and it stood them in good stead for this game. They know how to do it. They've defended so well, they've kicked and chased well, and they're capitalizing on the so many mistakes that Argentina are making.
Mendy just caught out of position there.
They are playing very well with 14 players. They play better maybe than 15. When you have that kind of situation, maybe you put more than you have, and these things happen sometimes.
Junior Wallabies scored a try off the maul from about this range.
Sack's good.
Early in the second half.
Break away. Sack was good.
Lonergan has to break away. It's on the ground. Pumitas win the penalty. There's still a chance here.
It is, but there's a long way to go in terms of distance.
Had to break away because the sack was good.
And Roger needs to make a better fist of this kick than his last one. Get him up to halfway, and as Santi says, build a score, but it's got to be quickly.
That's a better kick from Roger, although it won't find touch. Error. Robertson. Lucas, who's so dangerous in the backfield. Donaldson takes it into contact. Frost steaming onto it. Makes good meters. McWright just caught flat-footed. Dimchev rushed up on him. Lolesio puts it in behind, looking for grass, but Mendy makes good territory to win that one and chips ahead. Can't regather it. Lonergan is back there for the Junior Wallabies. Wilson goes short side, needs support. The counter ruck from the Pumitas was a tiny little knock on though, and it'll be a Junior Wallaby scrum with 7 to play and more time ticking off that clock.
Argentina must be looking at a clock thinking, where's it all gone? We've had so much territory and possession, but it's little errors like that that have crept in.
But we've had 2 winning in.
Fair play to the Junior Wallabies. They've really dug deep, and at times you feel like they're playing with the same number of players, not a man down.
Let's go. We're playing on.
The Argentina players looks hurry. I know,
guys, water off,
we know
thanks.
that they need to score, but not as an individual way. They need to build a big movement with all together.
Guys, let's go.
We can see, obviously, the individual maybe make an easy way to arrive to the goal, but they need to be patient.
Time back on.
Calm down
Lost forward by
and try
blue.
to keep the ball,
Gold ball.
and do something as a team. And they know how to do it.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Junior Wallabies on their own scrum have been under a lot of pressure, but have done pretty well as Donaldson gives it to Nwangani Tawasi on the outside, and now Lucas, with no one outside him, puts it on the toe and just puts it into touch.
That's really intelligent play from the Junior Wallabies. They close up their back division, short into passing. That means the Pumitas leave space on the outside for Lucas to kick into, and it's all about just retaining the territory and putting the pressure on Argentina.
And the clock keep moving.
Sure does, Santi. The Pumitas can't win the line out either. It will take a Herculean effort from the Pumitas now to win this one.
That's before he's had any impact.
But they have a chance.
Ball on the ground.
Tizano just made a small error.
Lost the ball on the ground.
He's on the field for Will Harris.
The scrums take up the time. Little error on the floor. Tizzano is now on for Will Harris, as you say, and he's been a little live wire coming off the bench. But let's give credit to this junior Wallaby team. The second game in a row, they've had to play with 14 men. And the big guys have stepped up, haven't they? And they played, as Santi says, they played their way to victory with 14 men. And it looks like they're doing it again.
Pumitas holding this one in. They need to get busy living, the Pumitas, if they want to win this one. They earn the penalty.
Not staying straight.
5 minutes to play. They take it quickly. Oh, Roger is smashed in the tackle by Robertson. And it pops out on the junior Wallaby side. McCright, who's been enormous all game, into the 22. Robertson finds Lonigan on a hard angle. Junior Wallabies just controlling this one. Nasser. Junior Wallabies props look like they're about to play 80 minutes. Bell.
Look at that, his arms are on the ground.
They earn the penalty, the Junior Wallabies. A chance to ice this one with 4 minutes to play. They'll wind the clock down here before the penalty kick.
And who was the man that got him into the position? Have we seen a better player in this tournament than the Wallaby captain, Fraser McCright? Carrying Argentinian players on his back. He got them on the front foot, and another indiscretion at the tackle. And you're right, Ben Donaldson will run the clock down enough before another 3 points. They've huffed and puffed Argentina, Santi, but just haven't been good enough in the end.
Right, 30 now.
What a player and what a future with this player, Fraser McCright. Amazing player. He's in everywhere. He put the team always in front. And it's a good decision go to the post because you win some time and you have more points with 2 or 3 minutes to go.
So the front row is coming off for a breather for the Junior Wallabies with a couple of minutes to play. Donaldson adds the extra 3. It'll be 34. Australia, Argentina 13 with 3 minutes to play.
That's surely the final nail in the Argentinian coffin.
Okay, is he off?
They haven't coped against 14 men. Too many errors.
13.
Haven't worked out how to get round them.
13.
And in stark contrast, the Wallabies, well, how well have they played?
Just HIA 13.
Castro, the captain, coming off for a HIA head injury assessment. So he may not take any further part in this match. The Argentinian captain. They've been brave, the Pumitas, but the Junior Wallabies have weathered the storm here in the inclement weather in Rosario.
Okay, time on.
You have one substitution more with this kind of situation when you have the HIA. That's why they made that change.
It's a fair contest.
Robertson wins the ball after a contest in the air. Junior Wallabies, Tizzano. They've just controlled the second half
For the
and
knock-on.
capitalised on the Pumitas' errors, this Junior Wallabies team. They've had their moments, the Pumitas, as McCright goes for another carry, needs support.
Look how urgent the Junior Wallabies are. They want to close this out. They all want to get involved.
Lucas gets chopped in the tackle and gets up and goes again. Wasn't held. Tizzano is a real energizer when he comes onto the field. Wood has just made metre after metre today, the big second rower. Another player from the Brothers Club in Brisbane. Well represented here at the Under-20s World Championships. Darcy Breen on the field, and Wilson throws the intercept though. Robertson will come back for the penalty. Roger cut that one off, but Junior Wallabies with a minute to play, a chance to
dangerous tackle, send
it downfield and rack up some more points.
And fair play to the bench players. Players like Nick Frost, Tizzano stepping up out deep in their own territory, carrying to just run this clock down. And the spirit in this junior Wallaby camp, off the back of two 14-man performances in the last two games, as they go to run the clock down yet again with a ridiculously long shot.
This is going to be some kick.
They've seen the clock, but it's intelligent play from them, and they've just been too much for the Pumitas today.
Yes, it's a very good, very smart decision. But what a team we are looking at, we are watching. This team from Australia is a very complete team, because they have a strong guys to break the line. Then they have a very good skill. The backs, they're so quick.
The Pumitas making the semi-finals of their home tournament. Hugely an immense performance from them though as well.
Yeah, they did it very well in the last game of the pool against France. But this team is a very complete team. Complete because you can keep the possession, you can break the line with these strong guys, and then you have quick and very fast legs outside.
So Nwanganitawasi about 57 metres out from the goals. Will try and slam this one between the uprights. It'll take some kick. Time has expired here in Rosario. Gives it a good dig. It'll come up short, and the Pumitas will have to go 100 metres if they want a consolation try here. Mendy shifts the ball along the line. Vara runs it into a wall of junior Wallabies who win the penalty, and they will win this match. They will be the first team through to the semi-finals. The final, Australia through to the Under-20 World Championship final. Had to play 40 minutes with 14 men. They defeat Argentina 34 points to 13. And Santiago, a brave performance from the Pumitas, but just not enough in the end.
Exactly. They have in front a very strong team, very complete team, as we talked during the transmission. They are very solid. They have a good forwards. They have a fast and very quick backs, and that's why they are in the final, the Australia team. And Argentina did it very well at the end of the pool, but today they tried to play as an individual team, and it was very hard for them.
One thing's for sure, they didn't get to show themselves too much today, but the future of Argentinian rugby is bright. A solid back row, half backs that were really inventive, quick back three, but there's just too many strong players in this junior Wallaby team. It's going to take a very good South Africa or France team to beat them in the final, yes?
Yes. They are going to wait for some of that team in the final, but they did it very well. They can change some players during the pool. That it was a very good advantage for Australia, because they did a lot of change substitution in the last, so they arrived to this match with more time to rest.
All right, let's get down to Carl Tanana, who is with the victorious skipper Fraser McWright.
Yeah, cheers, Wayne. Now, Fraser, congratulations on a fantastic win, but I suppose the score didn't really reflect how tough that was.
Nah, not at all. I think we were really on the ropes, especially in that back end of that first half. Only been up by 4 points and getting the red card, so credit to Argentina. They played some really good footy, but so proud of the boys for, playing with 14 men and not conceding a point, so unreal.
What do you say to your team when you go down to that one-man disadvantage, but your defence really seemed to stick it? And so what did you say to them as a captain?
Not so much as a captain. I think said anything really. I think a lot of the boys sort of knew, because last week we played pretty much the whole match with the red card, so it was sort of similar to last week, and we knew if we did our systems and play the way we wanted to do, we could end up getting some points and not concede, which we did. So it was just more about playing what we wanted to play.
First final since 2010. How's that sound?
Oh, mate, that's unbelievable. I think it shows the growth in Australian rugby, and benefits coming through, and I think it's awesome here in Argentina. That was the last time we made the final in Argentina, and I think it's just really positive. We're going to hopefully take this win and the confidence into the final, and hopefully we get the chocolates.
All right, go enjoy today.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Fraser McWright there. Stoked, their first final since 2010. Only their second final in the Under-20 World Championships.
Yeah, and thoroughly deserved. They've done it the hard way. They played so well in the games against Italy and Ireland, but the last two matches, they've been absolutely outstanding.
Let's get a word with the Pumitas with Carl Tanana once again.
Well, Geronimo, I know disappointing result for you guys, but what was the difference between Argentina and Australia today?
Yes, it was a very tough match, but today they make the points that they have to make, and we can't. So we have to start thinking in next match and change the page.
Do you think playing at home had a little bit of pressure on your team?
No, it's really beautiful to play here. The people shout and give all the things that we need. So it's really good to play in home.
I just want to say, you can say to all the Argentinian fans at home, you can please have the last word.
Next week we are going to play a very good match, and we are going to give everything for all Argentina.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What a result here in Rosario. We have our first team through to the final of the Under-20s World Championship. Thank you very much to Sean Holly and to Santiago Gomez-Cara, and thank you to you at home. Australia defeating Argentina 34 points to 13.